Okay, so I'm starting all over again so that you get it. You have to be focused. So we are tagging the column basis and we are tagging the foundation, right? Okay, so this is how to do it. You come to annotate, you come to tag by category, then you click on this. It's going to tag it for you. So if you want to change the template or the default tag mark, you click on edit type. So in this edit type, when you click on this edit type, you come to edit label. So with the edit label, it's going to pop up this one for you. So this indicates the name that we are giving it to it. So I'll close this and I'll close the tag again. Now I still have this tag. So I'll click on this column base that we tag. Then we check the properties here. You see we have type mark here. And when I click on this, I have another properties called mark. You get it. And also I have the properties called type name. So this was the name that has been given into us here. But in order to use this type mark, you have to define the tag you have here. Are you getting it? So right now, Revit is giving us a default tag, which is this, which is the type name that we have there. Okay. So right now we are going to sort out using what a type mark. So I'll click on this, then I'll click on edit family. The edit family, then I'll click on edit type. So we have the type name here. So I'll click on this, then I'll take it off. Then I'll look for the type mark. I'll point it in, and I'll do OK. Now I can come to the edit type. Then I can change my tag size to, let's say, 2.5. I can change my font. I can change the color depending on the color I want to change. Then I'll click on OK. But first, if I have to do rename here, then I'll do 2.5. Down, I'll just load into projects. Make sure I select the file download. Then I'll do override with this. So I'm going to have a question mark here. Now I'll click on the tag, then I'll check the leader. So I'm going to select all these columns, bases, select similar. Um, I'll first of all check if they are the same. If they are the same, I can do one for it because it's the same model. When I change the name, it's going to change for everything. So I can do maybe 1.8 or depending on how I want to do, maybe CD001. That's column base type 1. Now the type mark is going to change. So I have the chance to copy all my tag mark to the other bases. So when we are done with the column bases, we are also going to tag the strip footing. So I also come to annotate, tag by category, then I'll click on this. So I'll take off the leader. Then I'll define this ones. I'll come to edit type. Then I'm going to change it into straight footing. Somebody can write all straight footing, but I prefer straight footing 01. Now you can use space bar to rotate it. So you make sure you tag, you click on it, you copy the tag to all the other straight footing for communication purpose. So you make sure all your tags are on the elements that you are indicating. You get it? Okay. So when you're done, you just have to indicate the height of the wall as well. So you come to visibility graphics. Then you look for wall. Then you have um, two indications here, either the surface or the cut. Because we are using a foundation, we've truncated the walls. So we are not going to use the surface. We are going to use the cut. Then you click on this, you look for wall, either block wall or brick wall, you choose one. And choose the color as well. Then you apply, you have your foundation layout done. Okay. So that's for the foundation. When you are done, you can come to view area. You see your call out foundation. We have only one type of column base. So you have to only indicate one call out for it. When you click on the call out, you drag it like that. When you want to, you see when I did the call out, let me go back. I'll pick the call out. I'll just click here, then do just a rectangle, and I'll do escape. Then I'll click on the call out again, then I'll click on the node. Then I have the chance to drag it where I want to do. So what I do is I don't interfere with my drawings, like my tag, my color. I don't put lines on it because for communication purpose, you get it. So you always have to find a way to put your tags so that it will not interfere with the lines that you are communicating. You get it? So now we have our call out here, and the call out is going to come under the foundation. Also, you can take a section for the depth of the foundation. Any other section is okay. So we take a section like that from any point. If the column bases are different, you can take it. This is a typical foundation because the foundation is going to a one ground level. If the land is terrain, then you have to take series of sections to get it out. So I have my section, I have my callout. In order to check the section, you have to click on this, then you can see section, new name is your section one. So we have our section one, we have our callout. When you are done, you come to your sheet. Also, you don't have to, you see, your dimension is interfering with the gray line, which is not going to help for setting out. You always have to keep your gray lines above your dimension. Or you can even click on this, then you put this on here, then you take off the leader. You get it? Then you drag your distance a little bit like that. Okay. So depending on the size of the foundation, you can try to create another sheet that you are going to keep your foundation details on. Or if you want to maintain sheets, you can drag your call out here. And what is the purpose of a call out? Do you know the purpose of a call out? No, we don't know. So the purpose of a call out is to give them a fair idea of how they are going to set out the columns and the column base. Are you getting it? That's the purpose of the call out. So you try to make it very clean by showing one side of the grid line. Drag it somewhere here. Then you keep your call out name in it. When you're done, you make sure you dimension it. So the first dimension goes for the column. Second dimension goes for the grid line. So this is going to give them a fair idea of how they should go by the setting out. I can see your text, your dimension text is very high. So I'll change them to 2. For the straight footing and the edge of the space from here to here, so that they can center the straight footing. You, hmm? I'm saying this dimension is for the straight footing, the space from the wall to the edge of the wall to this another straight footing to this. You get it? Then you give the overall dimension like that. Give the overall dimension as each side. When you are done, you come to show hidden lines. You click on this, you click on that. You do not do your foundation. Yes, sir. So this is how to do the color. So when you're done, you click on this. You did not, because how you've done your foundation, they are flashing with the column base. It's good. It's okay. So you click on those, then you change the name of your call out. So you can call it maybe detailed at A. Then in order to change this zero here, because this foundation that you've shown here, you are telling them that this one is a detailed call out that they should come here and find it. And you have given it what a name A here. So in order to change this name, you have to click on the call out. You call something detailed number here, then you click on this, then you change it to A. When you click on the working area to change to A, then it corresponds with this. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is our foundation section. So I'll go to foundation section, the foundation section there. For the foundation, I'm going to take off all these beams. This one is the foundation section, a typical foundation section. Okay. So you drag it here. You can also change the scale to 1 in 50 because it's a typical section. Sure, you do your drawing very neat for presentation. Make sure the tags, the text size are on it very nicely. That's can use this one to change the level. Change the cuts of the wall. Text with a leader to indicate the information. So this one can be column based. Have to, because this one is a typical foundation, you have to give them information about what you are providing in your foundation. Are you getting it? Okay. And this one will be a foundation. You can also indicate this one as your ground beam or just beam. So depending on the things that you are putting under your foundation, you can hide this. If you are going to provide um what do you call waterproof memory, you can indicate it by using a line like that, maybe a hidden line, put a hidden line, please give it a name. They should waterproofing memory. If you want to apply bitumen at the side of the wall. You can use line to represent it. Then you tag that they should provide. So this is for communication purpose, so that when you are not at the site, you can communicate. Okay. So this is the family. When you are done, you have to also give them the size of the dimension. So this one is 550, which means our ground level is 550. So 500. So we have our ground level here. Are you following? Okay. So no, there's the ground level. So you can bring the ground level in. On the ground level, okay. You hit it. Yeah, I heard it. So when you have the ground level here, then you tell them that this is the ground level. So if they are going to do topsoil excavation, they can come, you give them, let's say, 150. They should cut 150 of the topsoil. You can give them a minimum of 300. 300. So with that minimum, then so let's roll. So with that detail line, now you're giving them topsoil excavation. You get it. So now we are going to have our hardcore filling somewhere from here. Though this side they are going to excavate all here for the basis, but the other side they just cut the topsoil. So after the topsoil, all here is going to be void because you have a slab depth of 600 or 550. So they have to fill. You get it. So you provide a call out. You can do the 150 or 300, depending on the size. So we have the call out here. You can copy it like this. Also, so, so, of the depth of the foundation. So after the excavation, they should dig 1.7. That will be the depth that they should go. Then you can also give them information about the beam from here to here, the size of the strip, and so the size of the strip is it standard. This standard, you have to do it 200 by 450. Come again? I thought about it. Yes. So the depth have to be 200 and this one have to be 450. Now you have to also indicate that one with a name. Perfect. So any that information that you are adding to the foundation, you have to indicate it. You get it. You have just very profit or this one. Come again. The half profit. I think no profit. It's not for because we are taking off the topsoil, mm, the rich topsoil. We have to go more before you come to fill up to here. Then we do the oversight concrete on it. Are you getting it? Did they follow? You can even draw earth filling around it, indicate that this one is going to be after they should fill it. How do you do? You have to use fill region. You come to fill region, you look for one of this, then you rename it earth. Then you look for earth filter here. Draw where you go around where you want to see your earth. Did they follow? I have my earth by doing the earth will be printed, but if you want to do it, you can do it. So before they do the this thing, you have to provide a blinding. So concrete blinder. Then we look for a pattern. Concrete blinding is going to be somehow, let's say 50 or 75. To indicate the concrete blinding. So if you are going to put a mesh in the slab, you can also use a line to represent it. Okay, so we are done with the foundation. So you can also rename this and do it, let's say typical section, foundation section. You have to also make this one section one. So you have to click on the file here, you change this one to let's see, G, turn this one to 1. The G is of general arrangement foundation. We can just do it or foundation layout. I'll do this one, foundation layout. Uh, wait, okay, so I want to indicate that the banner is stepped down. The veranda is stepped down. Yeah. Oh, you have to do it in your slab. Then you take a section. I have to do it now. Where is the front? There is the front. Yeah. So when you are doing the slab, you have to end this one slab here. Yeah. Then you create another slab. Then you lower it 150. When you are done, you take a section two for them. They will indicate that this one is down. So if you want to do that, you come to annotate. Then you come to spot height elevation. Then you place this height on them. So it's going to indicate, because that one is going to be minus, it's going to indicate that this level is what, 150. You get it? This is spot level. This one is a level. So when you do minus 150 of the slab and you put this level on it, it's going to subtract this one from it. Are you getting it? So when I'm done, I'm not going to put it here. You have to put the level on it. No, no, that one have to be on the general arrangement floor plan because it's not in the foundation. Are you getting? The veranda is not in the foundation. It's in the general arrangement floor plan. You get it? Okay. So we are done with our foundation. I'll call out our foundation. We are moving on to the ground floor. With the ground floor, I'll come to my sheets. Okay, what do we want? We have our columns here, we have our beams here. We have to communicate joints. We have our staircase here, and this is general arrangement drawing. I have to change my name to GA, general arrangements, ground floor plan. This thing is very big, so we will change that one later. So how do I tag my beams? I have to come to tag by category first, then I'll click on this slide. Click on the leader. I'll click on the beam again, then I'll check the name given to them. So they are still using what? Type name. And if I don't want to type name, I can edit. Click on this, come to edit. Then click on the label, type name. I click off type name, then I'll look for type mark. There's so many ways you can use to type. You have comments, you have a lot of, depending on which one you want to use. Then I'll load into projects. It's going to give me a question mark. Now I have the chance to use the type mark here. I can use type comments, description, everything to tag it. I'm using type now. Click on, depending on, sometimes I can do a beam, the beam size, let's say beam 200. by 450 mm. That's depending on how I want it to happen. Yeah. So this is going to be my part. If I want it like this, if then I can now delete. Now I have my tag, so I'll come to annotate tag by category. Then I'll look for structural framing tag standard. I'll click on this, then I'll apply. I'm going to tag all by benchmark. Yes. Really? So on the I'll come to tag by all. For the tag by all, I'll look for the framing. So the framing in Revit is called structure framing tag, right? Then I'll check on this, then I'll do apply. It's going to tag everything for me. Okay. So if the text is big, you know what to do. You come to the family area, change the text to let's say two, let me speak so two, so two. Then we load and close. This is the ground, the ground floor. Yes, there is the ground floor. This is very good, so I'm gonna look at it. Yeah, if you look at it, I shouldn't have done there, so you can still delete it. But I have a wall there. So the wall is not supposed to be there. So you make sure after your tag, you align them closer. So to make a reference, you get it. Some people, because this one is non-suspended slab, some people can do a line here, a straight line like that. Then they use a text, then do right inside non-suspended slab. So you can also tell them they should use mesh, reinforcement mesh in all the floors. So slab, use mesh. You get it. Depending on how you want to go by your templates, depending on how you have your standards, some people can patch and remove a legend, depending on how you want to do. So the way my sections are cut, I've seen a drawing, the section head is not the same as the detail. The section head, that one is in defense of this into little, they will get the to make sure you can stretches are big, but you can try to do it, let's say 1.5, then it will fit. For this one, help them to watch, read the drawing very fast to get it on. So the beam size. So you are done with your, you come into the junior arrangement sheet. You can also give them a section. This one is for the foundation, so you can hide them. You can also give them a floor section. Check the floor section, section one. You look for section one, you drag it into this. The grid lines that are not passing through elements, you hide them. So now we are doing for the beam. A typical section through the foundation, how we did for the foundation, we are doing a typical section for the floor. You get it? So with the floor, we have the levels on it already. We have this level. Yes. But if this one drops, then you can come to your spot height or your spot elevation, then you put this elevation on top of it like that. You get it. So you see this one, I'm putting it that down, giving them